About 14 million people are going to be receiving interest payments from the IRS because the IRS has taken so long to process refunds. I'll tell you what the deal is and whether you should expect to get a check coming up. My name is Mike Bernard. I'm the host of the Wise Money Show. I'm also one of the certified financial planners right here at Cohorn Financial Group. Welcome to this channel. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and smash that thumbs up button. All right, just a couple days ago, the IRS issued an announcement that around 13.9 million taxpayers will be receiving an interest payment from the IRS due to delayed refunds. Now, normally the IRS has this 45-day rule, which means if you filed your tax return timely and you are due a refund, normally, and we do around 3,000 tax returns a year, normally I tell people you'll get that refund somewhere in the next 2-3 weeks, something like that. But the IRS has a 45-day rule that if you filed timely and you don't get your refund within 45 days, they're going to start adding some interest to it. Now, this is actually different than that. Because of the pandemic, of course, you know that the IRS tax deadline was pushed from April 15 to July 15 this year. And with that being the case, the IRS is actually issuing refund payments for people who filed timely, all right, so before the July 15 deadline, but didn't receive their refund until after April 15. So this leads me to believe that many people will be receiving these interest payments. And again, they say around 14 million taxpayers. Now, will you receive it, and is this going to be a big payday? So if you filed timely and you haven't received your refund yet, I know there's still millions of people still waiting on their refunds. I know because you make comments to these videos where we've talked about this. If that's you, the good news is you'll be receiving an interest payment from the IRS for your patience. And check out the interest rate, 3% or 5% annualized. And of course they break that down per day, but that's a pretty competitive interest rate. Had we all known that they were going to be paying that much interest, I would have put my money on deposit with the IRS. Too bad they don't have any money. They're just recycling all of ours. Anyway, so if you filed timely and you're still waiting on a refund, you're going to get an interest payment. If you filed timely after the April 15 deadline and you received a refund, this is saying that you should be getting an interest payment. The average interest payment, will it be this big windfall? The average interest payment is only going to be $18. So not a huge windfall, but be on the lookout for it. Of these 13.9, 14 million taxpayers, most of them, if you had your refund direct deposited, your interest payment will be direct deposited as well. It will be in a separate deposit from your overall refund. If you're receiving a refund via check, then your interest payment will be paid out to you via check. And again, they're saying even if you're still waiting on your refund, you're going to get your interest as a separate check from your refund. It's not all going to be combined. So this got me thinking about overall tax withholdings and how much taxes due. Right now, it's mid to late August, and this is the beginning of our second busy season here at Cohorn Financial Group, where we meet with most of our clients at tax time, and we're reviewing their overall financial situation, their investments, and discussing goals for the year, all that sort of stuff. And then we're also delivering last year's tax return and going through it line by line. But then in the fall, which starts about right now, we're meeting with all those same clients again, and we're talking through their investments, their overall retirement plan, their big goals, and all that sort of stuff, where they stand with each of those things. But then we're also doing a tax projection, a tax analysis to see what tax planning opportunities exist that you should be taking advantage of, and are you set up for a big tax surprise, or are you going to come in right where you expect? This process has led us to identify how many people are seeing their withholdings change because of the changes in the W-4 from the IRS. Right now, the old married with one exemption, or married filing 0, married but file at withhold at the single rate, or single 1 or 2, that system still exists, but it's phasing out. It's on its way out. We're shifting. The IRS has shifted to withhold based on a different schedule, a worksheet, essentially, where you go in and you say, hey, here are the number of dependents that I have. Here's all my other income. Here's my spouse's income. And then you don't even know what they're going to withhold. You just trust that filling out that worksheet accurately, they're going to withhold the right amount. If you don't like what they're withholding, the only option you have is to say, well, just withhold a little bit more. You can't have them withhold a little bit less. So we are getting a lot of folks where we're analyzing this withholding, this W-4 worksheet, and seeing what adjustments need to be made to their withholding. Because even though it's a good thing that the IRS is paying interest, the bad thing would be having a huge tax refund and waiting months and months for your refund. The IRS sitting on that money. 3% interest, 5% interest, annualized, that's good, but you know what's better? Having that money in your hands. Part of that is making sure that you don't have too big of a refund, therefore you're looking at what your tax withholdings are and getting that narrowed in. So work with your certified financial planner. If you are, this should be a busy time for them as they're asking for your pay stub, figuring out how much unemployment income you had, and doing a full tax analysis to make sure that you don't have too much money going to the IRS and you don't need to back your withholdings off, as well as all sorts of other things. Tax surprises, should you do a Roth conversion? Should you do pre-tax contributions, 529? Should you max out that HSA? Are you on track to make this change? So all sorts of stuff they should be analyzing with you there. So contact your CFP, contact your CPA, see if you're going to be getting one of these IRS interest payments. You can always check where your refund status is. Just search online, just go to Where's My Refund IRS, and it'll take you right to it. And work with your certified financial planner on tax planning this fall. Adjust your withholdings as needed. If you don't have a CFP that's doing all that sort of work for you, you can always contact a member of our team. Find us online, corehorn.com, that's Corehorn with a K, or you can find us online, wisemoneyshow.com as well, or send us an email, info@corehorn.com. All right, there you have it. Go out and take your next wise step in your financial life.